Jehovah's Witnesses teach and believe that when Jesus Christ rose from the dead, that he rose not in a physical fleshly body, rather they teach that he rose as a spirit creature who at times manufactured bodies in order to convince his followers that he had indeed risen from the dead. The Watchtower has even gone so far as to say the man Jesus is dead and gone forever, which is of course utterly ridiculous, seeing as how Scripture tells us that there is one mediator between God and man, the man Jesus Christ. Now, for further proof that Jesus rose physically from the dead and not just as a spirit creature, I want to take you to a passage in John chapter 20, and I'm going to read it out of the New World Translation, and I'm going to start at verse 24 where it says, "But Thomas, one of the 12, who was called the twin, was not with them when Jesus came. Consequently, the other disciples would say to him, 'We have seen the Lord.' But he said to them, 'Unless I see in his hands the print of the nails, and stick my finger into the print of the nails, and stick my hand into his side, I certainly will not believe.'" You may be asking yourself, how exactly does this passage prove that Jesus rose in a physical body as opposed to just a spiritual body? And the answer lies in the very specific request that Thomas had. Remember what he said. He said, "Unless I see in his hand the print of the nails, and stick my finger into the print of the nails, and stick my hand into his side, I will not believe." Thomas was asking to see the body that was pierced by the Roman soldiers. He wanted to put his finger where the nails had once been. He wanted to touch the body that had hung on the cross. And that's exactly what Jesus let him do. You know, Jesus could have sat Thomas down and said, "You know, Thomas, that body's never going to rise again, and Jehovah dissolved that body into gases, and the man Jesus is dead and gone forever." Jesus could have said that, but he didn't. But what did he say? He said, "Put your finger here and see my hands, and take your hand and stick it into my side, and stop being unbelieving and become believing." Jesus gave Thomas what he requested. He showed him the body that had hung on the cross.